Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Mojo Trivia. The name has changed, but the game is pretty much the same. Julian McKenzie here with you. Noah with me as well, being our moderator today. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing pretty well. What's going on?
Oh man, you know, we're about to get some sports trivia cracking.
Let's do it.
The big change we've got to this week's edition, you now have one correct. We still have the 10 questions. Still really cool, but you now have 1 minute to get each answer in. I think we've gone over pretty much all the new stuff, so I think we can get going with these questions. Am I right, Noah?
Let's do it.
Let's start getting going with it. Question number 1. Name the 4 NFL teams who only have 5 letters in their nicknames. So their team names. There are 4 teams in the NFL whose names have 5 letters. This is a pretty tough one to start with, but you have a minute. We've already got the timer going. The timer is going as of now, 47 seconds left. So pretty much 4 teams, 5 letters in their names. If you don't get the question within the minute, we got to move on to the next one.
We got to keep going.
Yeah, man. But I don't know. I think this one could be. Any answers coming in now? I think it's a pretty easy one.
It's not quite yet. We're still waiting on some answers. People are, I guess, probably percolating on what the answer could be because it is a tough question, Julian.
It's fair. Okay, fair enough. You know, maybe I'm the only person who could get it. Yeah, you know what? I'm just you know, BSing. It'd take me some time too. But of course, the 4 teams. 5 letters, 3 of them are in the Midwest, 1 is an East Coast team. I don't know if geography will help you out here, but it might help me.
Unfortunately, we did run out of time. We should really get a buzzer sound.
You should get a buzzer sound, but guys, if you don't get the answer in, we move on to the next one. And that's exactly what we are going to do here. Question number 2. We have a clip for this one, though.
Ooh, exciting.
Earlier this year, New York Giants Eli Manning and Odell Beckham Jr. were in this Super Bowl commercial. Which movie was parodied in this commercial? Let's take a look at what the commercial was.
Tell you something. It's good to know because
I think the song is a pretty dead giveaway as to what movie's being parodied here. Are we starting to get some of the answers in, Noah?
Not really. People are still, I guess, are thinking about it. People are thinking on it. You know, maybe it's a bit of an older reference. Maybe some people are younger and maybe are not as privy to it.
That's pretty fair. But also, this was a very popular Super Bowl commercial from the last few months here. And a lot of people enjoyed the commercial as well. So
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really loved it. I really loved it. I thought it was one of the more hilarious things you could have seen during the Super Bowl. 7 seconds in.
7 seconds. Yeah.
No one in yet.
No one yet. I'm a
0 for 2.
little surprised. Yeah, and that does it. We ran out of time on this one.
That one is it. So 0 for 2. No winners yet. Still a couple more questions left to go. Can we get a winner here on this week's edition of Mojo Trivia? Question number 3. Cam Newton, the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers, has been in the news over some beef with a former teammate. One question we're going to ask about him this week: how many times has Cam Newton been to the Pro Bowl? So he's been in the league since 2000. I'm not going to tell you how many times. Yeah, he's been one of the more premier guys in the league. I think this will be a lot easier than the last 2, I would think.
You think so? Why would you say that?
Here's the thing, like, going to the Pro Bowl, like, a lot of guys go to it. I think it's one of those easier ones you can kind of just find out for yourself. We're at 35 seconds left here. We have a minute left. We have a minute for each question that we ask here on this week's edition of Mojo Trivia. No one's got an answer as of yet through the first 2 questions. If we don't get the answer and we move on to the next one, we still get the 10 questions in. If you get an answer right, your name is inserted into the grand draw that we have every Wednesday on WatchMojo. And
we actually did get a winner for this one.
Here we go.
We did get it.
Our first winner today.
Yes, courtesy of Kevin Havel. He says 3 times.
3 times. 2011, his rookie season, 2013, and 2015. His last Pro Bowl appearance was during his MVP season, which he brought the Carolina Panthers to a Super Bowl. So congratulations, we have an answer for question number 3.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Question number 4 might be another toughie, but let's see how this one goes. Which NFL team came up with the song Buddy's Watching You in 1988? In the 80s was a weird time because all these teams were starting to do all these songs and all that, and this team was no exception. We'll show you the clip here.
Randall Cunningham, quarterback. The
The guy everybody wants to say.
Now you see me, now you don't. You think you will? No, you won't.
Video to make Ryan gag that
Yeah,
season.
so that team song references the team's head coach, Buddy Ryan, who coached this team for 5 seasons, and the song will be 30 years old in November.
30 years old.
Yeah, for sure. Early on in that decade, in the 80s, the Chicago Bears did the Super Bowl shuffle, and this team, not as successful in the 80s, but they did recently win a Super Bowl.
And courtesy of Wesley Randolph, we did get the answer.
Wow.
And it is, he says the Eagles, and it is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep, the Philadelphia Eagles are the team responsible for Buddy's Watching You, which we showed a pretty cool part of that song there, but there are some more cringeworthy verses in that song. Let's go to question number 5.
But Julian, before we do, I'd just like to make a quick note
You go
that
ahead.
due to a small technical error, I would like to announce that Kevin Havel also got question 2. So shouts out to you, Kevin.
Okay.
You are really killing it this game.
Okay, so we have that rectified. He got question
It has
2, he
been
got it
rectified.
within the minute?
Yes, he did. Yes.
Okay,
So there was some sort of error on our side, but it has been resolved.
Mojo Trivia, where you can still get instant replay and review and all that. Probably
Exactly.
still better than VAR in FIFA. Question 5. The Baltimore Ravens were established in 1996 and have gone on to win 2 Super Bowls. Which city did they move from to become the Ravens? This city eventually got its football team back in, I believe, 1998, and they resumed play in 1999. The hard times have come to this city.
That's rough.
Yeah,
That's rough.
hard times have come to this city. But I mean now. But imagine what it was like when they lost out on the Ravens. It was a very big deal.
Was it?
Yes, it was absolutely a massive deal because this city has long loved football forever through the good times and the very bad. But still, they have a team back, so it's all good. But back in the 90s, it was very tough.
We actually do have some guesses, courtesy of David Woodley, who says Indy, and James Howe also says Indianapolis. But we do have the correct answer, courtesy of Trevor Kunkel. It's a great name. And he says Cleveland.
Cleveland. This team got its team back in 98, then resumed play back in 99. They've only had 2 winning seasons since returning to the league. That's how
Incredible
bad
stuff.
it's been for Cleveland. Question number 6. This one may be a bit of a tricky one for some of you. Which NFL team has the most championships?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Is
I
it a
would like
lot?
to think so. It is a lot.
Is that, am I going by the right metric here? Is it, the number that...
Well, it's a number.
It is a number.
It
That
is,
much we
it
can
is a
confirm.
number. That's not tricky. But again, I'm going to say it. Which NFL team has the most championships? Championships. You're familiar with the trophy they play for, right?
Yes.
Every year.
Yes, I am.
It is the
Well, why don't you say it?
the Super Bowl. But
Yeah.
But we're counting championships before the 1970 merger. So
okay.
before the Super Bowl was a thing. 21 seconds left.
It's actually funny. A lot of people are guessing the Steelers.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the Steelers.
That's it.
Yeah, there we go.
No, yeah.
No,
No. I mean that's it in terms of the fact that that's what I figured people would do.
Exactly. That's okay. So to be clear, we did actually
cut
get
me
the
off
correct
there.
answer. Somebody actually did guess it, courtesy of Josu De Niro. That is my timer going off.
Yes.
And he says the Packers, the Green Bay
Bay
Packers.
Packers have the most league championships. What I was saying is that I figured that people were going to guess the Steelers off the fact that they have the most Super Bowls, but we were counting championships before the 1970 AFL-NFL merger. So that accounts for more titles before then. But yeah, the Green Bay Packers have 13 NFL championships, including 4 Super Bowls.
We've got it. We're live.
Exactly. Oh yes, for
Anything
sure.
can
We are
happen.
definitely live. Number 7. The Buffalo Bills lost 4 consecutive Super Bowls in the 1990s. Who were the teams that beat the Bills in those Super Bowls?
This is a packed one.
Yes.
A lot of stuff in this one.
Yes, for sure. Imagine going to a championship game and losing every time you. That is what Buffalo had to endure in the 1990s.
That's really sad. I don't know. My dad's a huge Buffalo Bills fan, so this hurts. This does hurt a little
It does
bit.
kind of hurt a little bit, but for the teams where the answers that will come up, these franchises didn't necessarily feel that way, for sure. But that being
makes
said, the
sense.
Bills still regarded as one of the best teams from the 90s, still a premier team. They still have the record for the largest comeback games in NFL history. But damn, you go to the Super Bowl 4 straight years and you lose all of them, man?
That's a bummer.
That's not fun, man. That's not fun. 25 seconds left. Noah, are we any closer to getting the teams that lost to the Bills that beat the Bills in those?
That beat the Bills. We actually are. Curtis, I think we've got it. Let me double check here. Yes, so do we need the correct order or just the names of the teams?
I think we're good with the names of the teams.
All right, so courtesy of PHX Suns 29, he says the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Redskins.
Yep, that's pretty much it. The Giants won in 1990, Washington in 91, and the Cowboys in 92 and 93. They beat the Bills 2 times.
Incredible.
So that's question 7. Let's get to question number 8. What was the name of the NFL franchise that played in Houston from 1960 to 1996 before becoming the Tennessee Titans in 1997? That is another interesting question. Funny enough, I'll talk about the Titans here. I think maybe like 2 years after they became the Titans, they had a really big game against the Buffalo Bills. So more playoff misery for the Bills in the 90s. That resulted in the miracle finish with the lateral pass from Frank Wycheck to Kevin Dyson that ended the game on a kick return touchdown.
We actually did get the answer. Who says he did not give the city, but he got the name of the team, so I will accept it on that basis.
That is fine.
So he says the Oilers, so the Houston Oilers.
Houston Oilers, that was the name of that franchise.
Not to be confused with Edmonton.
No, absolutely not. Obviously, now Houston has a team, the Texans. Number 9, another clip. True or false, Terrell Owens was suspended for 1 game after his celebrations against the Dallas Cowboys in a Week 4 game in 2000. If you're not familiar with the celebrations that Terrell Owens did in that game, we have a clip to show you just to kind of refresh your memory.
To the star. He's going to the star. Do it again. Oh, he's coming over to tackle him. Look at this. George T goes over. I don't blame T for doing that. Oh, man. I have never seen anything.
Yeah, so Terrell Owens went for a killing in that game as a member of the San Francisco 49ers, celebrates on the Dallas Star, not once but twice. True or false, was he suspended 1 game for his celebrations against Dallas? Do we have the answer, Noah?
We actually do.
People are starting to get the hang of the whole time thing now. I think people were kind of shocked after the first 2. People are starting to pick up after that now.
They actually are, and courtesy of Watch Doctor, another great name. We are associated with WatchMojo, so
that's pretty good.
Good stuff, Watch Doctor. I caught that. And he says true.
Yep, it is in fact true. Him for a week and fined him nearly $25,000. So it pays to celebrate. We get to our final question here. I like trying to throw in these kind of fun ones.
This one's a fun one.
Which NFL team did legendary singer Marvin Gaye famously attempt to play for? Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Well, that almost happened.
It almost happened.
It almost happened. He tried to try out for this team. It ended up not working out. But still, the fact that it almost happened is still pretty legendary in itself.
Yeah, and I mean, he had further associations with them throughout his career.
Yes,
I'm not going to say exactly what it was. We'll say it after the answer comes up. But, he did associate himself in some ways with this team. So this one's a fun one. I like this one.
For sure. Are we any closer to getting this answer, Noah?
No, people are still thinking about
stumped,
this one.
Huh?
Yeah, people are stumped, especially after the last one, which was, quite intense.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so we got some guesses coming in. Houston, Giants, the Bears.
People are just throwing team names in.
I mean, hey, that's a strategy. Just say
15 seconds, guys.
15 seconds. A lot of people are guessing the Browns or the Cowboys.
Wow.
If you know Marvin Gaye, this one should be
quite
clear. Oh, and we do have it.
Buzzer beater.
Buzzer beater. Wow, really? I think with 5 seconds left to go. Courtesy of the Nasser. I'm not sure if that's a reference to Nasir, or Nas, the rapper, but the Nasser says the Lions, the Detroit Lions.
The Detroit Lions were the team Marvin Gaye famously tried to play for.
Yes.
And with that, we've pretty much sped through all 10 of these questions.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the time thing? I like it.
I like it. I think it's good. It makes, keeps the stakes high, keeps things exciting. And I would also like just to pass on a quick note to everyone playing about how to claim your prize. So basically, if you won today, all you have to do is send an email to Mojo at WatchMojo.com, and tune in to WatchMojo, the main YouTube channel, on Wednesday. Everyone who played this week, WatchMojo on Wednesday and MojoTalks Thursday and Friday, will be entered in a draw to win the grand prize. So stay tuned. WatchMojo Wednesday at noon to see who won the grand prize. Julian.
And on top of that, Thursday and Friday as well on MojoTalks, we're going to be having more trivia of more Mojo trivia for you guys. This is always fun to play and always great to hang with you, Noah. Jem's going to be back next week.
Jem's back, yes. Jem is back next week. So this is my last session doing trivia for a little while. So Julian, it's been a pleasure and an honor.
Likewise, sir.
And
I shed a tear for you. I will miss you.
I'll miss you too, buddy. But you and Jem are going to kill it.
Oh, of course.
Let's do it.
For Noah, my name is Julian. Thank you so much for tuning in to yet another episode of Mojo Trivia. We'll see you all next time.
Bye.